What's up, traders? This is Marco. We have Friday the 15th of December and I have another bar for you. You can see from the chart and from the trading activity that it's getting quiet and traders are going on holidays. So there's not too much price action at the moment, but still I want to make this chart lesson for you. I'm coming to the computer around 7:30 in the morning and I'm trading the 2000 ES tick chart, and the only indicator that I'm using is the 21 EMA, which is this pink line. You should know it if you are following us. And we see this huge drop here below the EMA during the overnight session. So I was drawing some channels here to see what prices are doing, and you can see prices are pulling back here, first leg, second leg. So ideally want to see a second entry short, something like that, but you can see it's not triggering here. You have a new low here, first entry, pullback, second entry, but this is above the EMA, so nothing to take. And by now it's starting to get congested here, and you can see prices are not making a new low here. So I thought maybe that there is a different channel, something like this here with a break, but a couple legs to a new low. So this channel is much bigger than this smaller one here. And then I just realized, so maybe after all, this is a huge range, something like this. And prices found some support here at the range low. From here we had a bounce. So I found this uptrend channel here. You can see prices are fit in neatly, breaking this channel. Unfortunately, no setup here. We have a new high, first entry, pullback, second entry, but it's congestive here and the signal bar is pretty bad. The higher low, not good enough to take a long here, right into the highs. Let me draw this little congestion area here. So we get our first break, making a new high here, and yeah, that was pretty much it. So this uptrend here played out, and now we see a huge sell-off. You can see this shorter term channel working lower, bouncing off the range support one more time. So that was interesting to see. I was hoping for some higher low, something like that. But also this is the first break of the shorter term channel, so we could see a retest of the lows, and until that I didn't want to risk it. We have another test here, but no new low. That maybe could be a retest of the lows, but now some congestion is coming up. You can see 3-4 bars are stacked up here with almost no body. This is congestion, and I'm staying out of congestion. And prices now drop lower, making clearly a new low here. So by then this shorter term channel here with a break new low played out, and I was looking for the overall context. In a range, usually breakouts fail, so this breakout here should fail and prices are coming back inside the range. This is what I was hoping for, at least. And you can also see by the change of color here that market has been opened by now. So we're getting our higher low here, but this bar looked a bit too big. If this bar was, let's say, a bit smaller, I mean, it's only 10 ticks anyways, but if this bar was a bit smaller, for example, finishing 1-2 ticks or 3 ticks lower, then this could be an aggressive trade here, because you can see prices made this shorter term channel break new low. We're having a higher low with a very bullish candle here, and the overall context is a range, and most breakouts fail in range, so you can take a scalp here back to the EMA. But yeah, ideally I want to see a bit smaller candle, something like this maybe. That would be ideal. But yeah, for the aggressive traders, this could be an option here. So prices coming back to the EMA, There's no short here. If you see this new low here, first entry, potential second entry short, because we already had a new low in place here. So I'm staying out of any shorts until I see a clear structure that prices are leaving the range and staying out of the range. So prices are coming back here, and this is interesting because you can see we are pushing above the EMA, finding some support here, but still this was not enough for me to consider a long trade, but I was drawing a potential channel here. And now getting the first break, and you can see we're getting the first break and a retest in one move here. So we get the break, and this candle is so huge that it's almost making a new high, and this shorter term channel played out and prices are dropping further. Can draw even this line here going sideways. I'm not considering the short. This is only a first entry short here, so really nothing to consider. That would be our second entry, but you can see it's pretty stacked up, and if I extend the range here, maybe even make it a bit lower to this level here, which is possible, then you're taking a short into potential support, because you can see prices bounced off this level here, came back another time, bouncing off, and now taking a short into this support. I think it's not a good idea, so just skipping this. And you can see we are going sideways here, really no setup, nothing to consider. We're pushing back now above the EMA and getting a very nice bullish candle, but this is only a first entry here, and we are getting a potential failure here. You can see price emerging low here, first entry, potential second entry short, failure. So that means if prices are pulling above this candle here, then a potential failure setup is triggered. I like this setup, I must say, because we are bouncing off the range support, and our target now is to test the highs here on the overall picture, the range highs, and on the smaller picture it would be to test the last recent highs, which were made pretty much at this level. You can see test here, test here. So taking this trade, you must be sure that you have enough space to scalp out until these highs here. So maybe put a limit order a few ticks back and try to get in. If not, just skip this, of course. I'm drawing potential channel here. That looks good to me. You can see you could get a scalp here and then it's pulling back, so obviously no runner, and this is what I expected. Prices are going into this resistance zone here, and you can see prices cannot get through it. So there is a first break now of this uptrend, so I want to see a retest of the extremes. So right now this is a difficult area here, because that means you would go long right into this resistance that is being tested now, and this also, the last few candles look very congestive, so just staying out here until something clear comes up. And we are dropping again, testing the range low one more time. Can even draw a channel here. I think that looks good, or even smaller than that. Then we have a slight overshoot. Let's see. So first break of the channel to retest the lows here, but I do not trust this overshoot here. So if this is an overshoot, many times you will see the break of a structure and no retest. And we tested this support level a couple of times. Look at this huge bullish bar here coming back to this level, and the reaction was huge bullish bar, so that means buying. So I don't trust taking a short here, so just skip this for now. And prices do not retest, because we are not making a new low here, and pushing above the EMA one more time. And you can see something is going on here, because prices really cannot break through this resistance level here. Whenever prices get close to this level, you can see prices are turning back. So we have a small range within the range, the worst potential situation, because normally ranges are hard to trade when the highs and lows are not consistent. So making even a smaller range within the range, just saying that it's a lot of chop, and you should be very careful in considering any trades here. So we're getting resistance here, prices bounce off, and testing now the range support one more time. Can draw this channel line here. Finding some support, bouncing off. Really no setup here, because also the candles don't look good on this chart. Congestion, look at this, like it's going sideways pretty much, like doing nothing. Now we're having some slide, some very small uptrend here. You can see prices going higher above the EMA, finding some support here, and now testing the resistance of our smaller range here, getting rejected and going back down again. First break here of this uptrend, retest of the extreme. So this uptrend here, if you want, played out already, and prices getting rejected at this point, forming now a higher low with a very bullish bar and breaking through the resistance here. Now what you can see is that all the short trades that having their stops around this zone here, getting out. So this looks like a bit explosive here, that it's going higher. But usually after that, there's some profit taking. So we see a pullback, finding now some support here at the old resistance of this range. But as I said before, most breakouts out of ranges fail. So if you want, and if you see this, let me draw it a bit clearer here, why this is not working. Now, you can see in general, if I draw this uptrend here, you can see prices trended higher here. First break, retest of the extremes, and this is a double test here, but the bar, I mean, it's looking bearish, but it's not good enough for me to take, and there's not too much space to scalp out back to the EMA. I think this is like only 2-3 ticks, so by far not enough to take a scalp here back to the EMA. I think few of you guys took this trade. It's okay, because you can see the context is fitting. We have overall range, we have a breakout out of the range, and this uptrend here played out, so it's okay trying to take a short here. But for me, it's simply not enough space scalping back to the EMA. So if this candle here closed a bit closer or smaller, then maybe, but with this size, I don't trust it, and I just wait and see. Would have worked, but we can also like find some support here and go the other way. So this is like more aggressive, I would say. Finding support here, pushing higher one more time, making a new low clearly now from this uptrend. So this uptrend could play out now, and we are going higher. So maybe now the next target is the range high here, the range top. And this looks a bit like a spike and channel, I must say. If you draw it like this, you can see clearly prices are behaving within this channel. You can see tested here once, tested here twice. This is the third test, potential fourth test, and also to the top side, it looks pretty nice. And also we are getting now a potential second entry long. Price made a new high here. First entry, pull back. Second entry, nice bullish bar. The only contra that I see is that we are closing below the EMA, but it fits within the context. We have this uptrend here, and it's a low risk bar. It has only 5 ticks, so I think it's okay to try taking a second entry long here, just within this uptrend. And yeah, the risk is so small and the reward it's much higher. So I think it's fine to take a second entry below the EMA, because this bar looks very nice bullish, and it's a higher low out of this low here. So I think it's okay. And you can see it would have worked. Prices are going higher. Breaking here the shorter term channel, making new high. So this shorter term channel played out, and now are pulling back and breaking the structure. You can see breaking here for the first time, and after a break we want to see a retest. So our bias is still to the long side. We're still looking for longs. So this shorter term channel here played out, break new low. You can see no shorts, getting congestive, and now pushing above the EMA, pulling back, congestion here, and we are forming a higher low. And this one here is similar to what I was showing before, to this one here. You can see prices made a new low, first entry, second entry short, prices made a new low here, first entry, second entry short. So we have a potential failure here. I like to risk this because we have this uptrend, first break, no retest of the extremes yet, which would be here, and we are pushing above the EMA. If this bar here finished a bit better, like let's say with no wick here on top, then this is a must take for me. You could argue that this is a bit more aggressive because it's also congestive, but it fits in the overall context that we have this uptrend, first break, no retest yet, and that prices are targeting most probably the range tops here. Can see would have worked this trade. Prices are pushing higher, and we're getting close to our highs here. Let me draw. That could be a retest already, so must be careful now with any more longs. And we are selling off again, going lower. Break of the shorter term channel, retest of the extremes, congestion, can see nothing to consider. Breaking out to the low side, coming back, breaking out to the top side, coming back, but the signal bars are bad here, so cannot find a good trade. And this is live price action already, so as I mentioned before, there's not too much going on. So yeah, let me extend this range here a bit and zoom out. This is the whole day. We're speaking about a couple of interesting setups. You can see how I drew the channels and how channels are playing out, like the small channels and the big channels play out the same way. Yeah, this is the whole trading day. I hope you had a great trading week. Next week, I will not make a bar because it's most probably getting worse in perspective of price action. So I will come back most probably in the new year. I wish you some great holiday, and I really hope you had an amazing trading year. If you are learning, then I hope this year was great to find new experience, to see mistakes of yourself, of your trades. and I really hope that you could find some value. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for following us. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and really have some great holiday and speak to you next year. Thank you guys.